Good morning. Today we began a new week in the lectionary, and this week we look at Exodus chapter 12, verses 1 through 14, and it's the story of the Passover and the Passover meal and all the things that should go into that. Just to give you some example, it says, "Tell the whole congregation of Israel that on the 10th of this month they are to take a lamb for each family, a lamb for each household. If a household is too small for a whole lamb, it shall be joined to its closest neighbor in obtaining one. The lamb shall be divided in the proportion to the number of people who eat it. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a 1-year-old male. You may take from the sheep or from the goats. You shall keep it until the 14th day of the month. Then the whole assembly of Israel will gather together for slaughter at twilight. Then take some blood and put it on the doorpost and lintel on the houses in which they eat. They shall eat the lamb that same night. They shall eat it roasted over a fire with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. Do not eat any raw or boiled in water, but roast it over fire with its head, legs, and inner organs. You shall let none of it remain until the morning. Everything that remains you shall burn. This is how you shall eat it." And it just goes into all of these details, but it begins with, "The Lord said to Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, this month shall mark for you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year for you." It's a celebration. Passover is now, but for us, we look at communion. Communion is our celebration. We celebrate communion monthly, and we'll do it this month as well. But sometimes I think we forget what it is. It's a great big celebration, and we remember what Jesus has done on Easter. That's our yearly thing, and communion is our monthly gathering to remember. But we also gather, whether virtually or in person, weekly on that first day of the week to remember what Jesus has done for us. I love the details that go into the Passover. And I wonder, in our lives, are we quite so detailed? To take a moment before we gather for church each Sunday, certainly to take a moment in our hearts and in our minds to remember who we might have a disagreement with before we take communion. Christ receives all to his table, but it's always good for us to remember why we do what we do. So as we go into this week, I won't be preaching on Exodus this week, but I think it would be good for us to take that moment to pause and to look at each day as a new beginning, each week, each Sunday as a new beginning, so that we live the life that we're called to live. I hope that you have a great week, and I hope that you think this week that each day is a new beginning, a new day for us to serve God and to bless him. Have a wonderful day.